So, made a couple notes. We're going to keep it kind of short tonight, so I want you guys to have time to work and stuff. Okay. So, first off, a reminder. I think most of you joined the Goal Crushers group. If you want to be a part of it, the link is in our team page. No call next week because at this time next week I'm going to be in the air. I'm going to New Orleans next Wednesday. Yay! And I will see some of you there. I'm so excited. So no call next week. We'll pick back up the following week. Okay. So something I want to share with you guys tonight I'm thinking a lot about, and it's actually really hard to say it out loud. I talk to you guys about Success Club all the time and how important it is and how I've done it every month in the business. For the first time, I did not hit it in June. And it is an absolutely awful feeling, guys. Let me tell you, when I woke up Saturday morning, did a lot of crying, did a lot of talking to Anthony, talking to Anita, and reviewing what I did. And to be honest, guys, I talk to you about it all the time. I say how important it is, and then I didn't do it. I feel like I failed myself. I failed you guys. I failed Anthony. I failed Anita because I did what I never wanted to do. And what I tell you guys not to do is I let life get in the way. And yes, it was one of the best months of my life. I quit my job on May the 11th, and I got back from our honeymoon June 10th. So pretty much there was a solid month of craziness. And between quitting my job and getting into a normal routine. And it was some of the absolute best weeks of my life, but some of the absolute worst weeks of my life. When we got, I think most of you know, we got food poisoning on our honeymoon. And then we were off that week, or just not feeling well. And then I came back and I still did not feel well for a solid week to 10 days from that. And then maybe a little TMI, but I messed with my birth control because who wants to get their period on their honeymoon? I was like, just don't feel like dealing with it. I'm wearing my bathing suits. So I skipped a week and, that placebo week, and I just took the regular one. And my body is very sensitive. So I think the extra hormones or whatever threw me so out of whack, I can't even explain. One minute I was anxious, the next minute I was depressed, and it was awful. So it was really hard to work, really hard to get in a routine. I literally felt like a crazy person. So that was about 2 weeks after the honeymoon. So finally, it was 2 weeks left in the month when I finally felt like a real person. So it was hard. And I say this not to make excuses. There's no excuse. I could have figured it out, but I didn't, and it was hard. So I helped 2 people, not 3. This close. I had someone who was supposed to sign on Friday, and she just stopped answering. But seriously, it still sucks. I'm so upset about it. I put in all that work. I hit it for 16 straight months, guys. And the reason I share this with you is not to say it's okay or woe is me. I did it. It was my doing. There's no excuse. I could have hit it and I didn't. I didn't do that much work on our honeymoon. I really struggled when we got back. It is what it is. I've done a lot of reviewing, looking over what I did, things like that. And I realized what went wrong. And I looked at my business activity trackers and I realized I was not tracking for a good couple of weeks. I thought I was, but I wasn't. I wasn't paying that close attention. I thought I was doing the things I needed to be doing, but I wasn't. I didn't track. I reviewed my social media. I was showing up each day. I was posting my workouts and things like that, but I wasn't showing results. I wasn't doing the Transformation Tuesdays, the call to actions about the challenge groups, and the coaching opportunity. But I wasn't doing all the things that I needed to do. So I had to take a good hard look and be like, all right, this is why I didn't hit my goal. So I share this with you to tell you, 1, don't do what I did. And 2, to talk about how important it is to do those small things that we forget about, because those add up to big things. So I wasn't as consistent with starting new conversations. So it was harder to find people to invite. I wasn't as consistently adding people to my network. Once again, no new people to start conversations with. I wasn't consistently showing results during the call to actions. People didn't know they could join our team, join my challenge groups. And, so I could see I was tracking or I wasn't tracking. So I'm like, well, and here's another issue. So guys, if you are not tracking, I know we've said it before, start now. Get the business activity tracker, download it from the Beachbody website, get it out of our team page. Do those things every day, whether you do them big or whether you do them small. Those steps and keeping track of what you do will get you where you need to go. You can make a plan. I looked at what I did last month. I'm like, okay, I invited this many people and I helped 2. So I'm like, okay, here's how many people I want to help in July. And I backtracked. All right, this is how many people I need to invite. This is how many people I need to start new conversations with, and all of that. So, I want you guys to know that Success Club is important. It means you're moving your business forward. And it's not about the money and this and that. It's we all got into this business to help people. I wasn't helping people the past month like I wanted to be, and it sucks. This isn't why I got into this business, to do things small. So tracking is important, and constantly reviewing. I usually sit down each week and I review the past week. Okay, how many people did I talk to, and what was the outcome? How was my social media? What do I need to focus on the next week? And I got away from that. And now I'm back to it. And I encourage you guys to do the same thing. Be consistent, whether you do 3 invites a day or you do 10, whether you share your results on Tuesdays, you share somebody else's. Do the small things, the small little things that we do day in and day out. The invites, the friend requests, the starting new conversations, the posting on social media, sharing value. Those things, those small things each day add up to big things in the end. So after this call, I encourage you, look back. If you're not hitting your goals, look at what you've been doing. Are you tracking? If you're tracking and you're not hitting Success Club, look at your numbers. That's the point of tracking. Okay, I invited this many people and didn't hit Success Club. I didn't help anybody. All right, you need to up those numbers. Or if you helped one person and you friend requested this many people and invited this many people, okay, you need to multiply that to hit your goals. Review your page. I encourage you to do that at least once a week. Do people see you every day doing your workout and sharing value? Are you just posting a sweaty selfie, I worked out today? Or are you saying something, giving them a tip, showing them a new move? I had someone randomly tell me on Instagram when I reached out to her the other day because she liked a post, I hope you don't think I'm a big stalker, but I actually do all the moves that you post. I was like, oh, cool. People look for us to share that stuff. And because I reached out to her, she told me she may never have reached out to me, or maybe she would in a year. But now I'm in a conversation with her. So, are you showing up? Are you sharing value? Do you give people a reason to come to your page? I stopped doing that for a little bit. I wasn't giving people a reason to come to my page. I was focused on me. And not too bad. I was getting married. So obviously I'm going to post a lot about me, but you don't want your page to just be the Caitlin show or the Ruby show. You want to, be talking about other things. People want to see your family. They want to see what you do with your significant other. They want to see what you do with your team, your friends. They want to know what's in it for them. So think of that. Are you sharing results, and are you sharing progress? Your own, other people's, those in your challenge groups. People need to see results happening and progress being made before they join you. I got away from sharing that. Now, I was for a little bit, and I'm getting back to every Tuesday, do Transformation Tuesday. And you may think, oh, I got to do it every Tuesday, but not everyone sees your posts every Tuesday. Especially if you post them different times. The way the Facebook algorithm works, not everybody sees everything. And that's also why you need to be starting the conversations with people, because people don't always see your posts. I was watching a YouTube video by one of the top 15 Star Diamond coaches, and she put it really well. She was like, she was talking about Instagram, but it applies to Facebook too. She was like, I consider putting up a post like a Hail Mary because you hope people see it, but you can't guarantee they will. That's why we can, it's good to post, but we also have to be starting the conversations. Inviting people. Let's see. And other things to think about, like I always say, like when you start those conversations, when you send those invites, then people are going to go to your page. Do people know you're a coach by coming to your page? Do people know you run challenge groups, virtual boot camps, whatever you want to call them? And do people know that they can do it too? So all of those things, I probably sound like a broken record at this point, but I want you guys to remember that and not do what I did and decide on your goals and move forward. Because that's what I'm doing. Like this feeling I've had the past couple of days, I never want to feel it again. It's not fun to work so hard for something and drop the ball. And it's no one else's fault. Like I let life get in the way. So that is what I have so far for you. Any thoughts, feedback, questions?
I love you.
I love you too. I love all of you. Like you guys keep me going. Like I love our team. Like I love seeing your faces every week. I really look forward to it. So know how much you guys all mean to me. Like you truly, truly do. And I share things. I want you to know that you can do anything you set your mind to. And that's why I share where I fail, where I succeed, and anything I can to help you guys, because I believe in you all and know that you can do amazing things. So yeah, that was hard to share because not like I like to admit, yeah, I missed Success Cup for the first time ever. And I'm like,
yeah.
So yeah, Anthony was like, I just woke up Saturday morning. I was like, oh. So anyways, how are you guys doing? It's the beginning of a month, set your goals and think about what it's going to take to get there. Do you want to sign 3 people? Do you want to sign 5 people? Backtrack. How many people do you need to talk to get there? If you haven't noticed, this is all a numbers game. The more people you talk to, the better chances you have. So my homework for you all tonight is to review your Facebook pages and Instagrams and review how you're tracking and what you're doing. And if you're not hitting your goals, figure out why. It's probably that you're not tracking well enough or you're not talking to enough people. Because we all do the same things as coaches. We all do the same activities. It's just how frequently or to what extent you do them. Like Bonnie Engel and Melanie Mitro and, all of those top coaches, they're doing the same things we are doing. They're just doing it better. They've been doing it longer and they push harder.
That's one thing I do like about this business is it's really one of those things you give and you get. Like there's really, to be honest, there's no in between about it. I mean, sometimes you do give and you don't get, but honestly, like I know that when I put effort forward, people sign. I mean, you have to be consistent and you can't slack even a little bit. So that's the part that's a little bit, that's the part where I feel for you because I understand like that, like trying hard, but also like wanting your life a little bit and like having things, getting sick, like things happen. And it's one of the businesses where like you can't really have, you can have maybe 1 sick day, but then if you let it lead to 2 and then 3 and then 4, and that's when
you're sick for 2 weeks and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the takeaway from that though is like if you put the work in, you do get the results.
Yeah. And you know what, guys? Those 2 people that signed with me last month, they were people I have talked to over and over again, and they just weren't ready. Like sometimes the one girl wouldn't answer my messages and then she would answer and then she would stop. And she reached out to me, the first one. She reached out to me and she was ready. She signed like within 24 hours. She finally was ready. So I talked to her multiple times, but she wasn't ready. But I followed up and I kept in contact with her. The other girl was a friend of mine I used to work with like 2 jobs ago. We would talk and she'd be interested and then she would not answer for a little bit and then I would reach back out and then she would not, like we talk and then she wouldn't answer. So I finally I've invited her multiple times over the past couple months and finally she was ready. And guys, it's the best thing though. She was like, I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. This is awesome. I look forward to my workouts again. So that's you know, that was amazing to hear. Like, although it was a crappy month, you know, I did help 2 people. The one is getting ready for her wedding. The one who reached out to me, the other one feels amazing. So I take that out of that month. It was a learning month for me. You know, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have all this time. I work from home now. And the first month I work from home, I don't Success Club. Like, what the hell? But it's a learning process. It really is, and figuring out what works and what doesn't. So I share that with you just to, you know, remind you, always review. There's always things we can do better. And we are like, now I only have one job, but you guys all have a lot going on. Like, we all have more than one thing going on in our lives. And that's why I say it's, and Tony, you said it too, it's consistency versus, you know, crazy numbers. It's better to invite 2 people every day versus 10 here, 10 there. Like, the consistency is like the compound effect, which most of us have read. The small, consistent steps over time make the biggest difference. So now every day I'm sitting with my tracker and I'm checking off and I'm writing how many people I talked to. And I'm like, this will not happen again. So, yes. So how are you guys feeling? What's been going on? Any struggles? Any, you know, things you're excited about? Or, you know, I want to open up to you guys.
Well, you guys know what I'm excited about, so.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Wait, are we talking about next week or something else? Okay, just making sure. Oh my God. Don't forget at least one white outfit for like the picture one night, guys. I think
yeah. So I think I'm gonna probably text you while I'm packing just to make sure I have everything.
We should just like Zoom chat pack all of it.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I'm leaving Wednesday because I think I told you guys it's saving me so much money just to leave a day earlier and stay a day later. So we won't do a call next week, but we'll still be in contact. Like, we're going to be working, like, while we're at Summit, like, we'll be working and we'll take good notes so we can bring back what we learn and share with you guys. Like, the week we get back from Summit, so not next Wednesday, the Wednesday after that, I say we just have like a team call night and, you know, we'll all take turns and share. If Jen, Tony, and Kayla, you are okay with that, we'll bring what we shared, or we'll figure out how to share it, whether we do it on a call, we type up something and put it in the team page, but we'll make sure to do all that good stuff. Anything else?
So have you got like a rock solid plan in place? Because I know I'm in the same boat as far as life has been a challenge for me for 3 years in our moving process from Vermont to Florida. It seems like I don't have good control of that life. You know, I mean, I had more free time, honestly, when I worked 40 or 50 hours a week than we've had just because of life's chaos. Mm-hmm. And now I'm hearing you talk about you got the event this week. I know you've had a lot of weddings. I mean, it's like not stopping right now for you either. It's like a snowball. So it's really hard to say, this is what I'm going to do, because there's always something else to do.
There is. And even like I get back from Summit Monday night, and Friday, Saturday, the following weekend, we have weddings. So it's nuts. So I know for me, all right, what I need to do is I'm going to work on the plane. Hopefully I'll have Wi-Fi. We'll get up and I'll get in my power hour before workshops start. I'm staying Monday. My flight's not till 1:30. I know I'm going to get up and I'm going to work, and I just have to be consistent. If I have to get up earlier, you know, before the wedding and things like that. But this is also a business where you don't need a lot of time. It's just how wisely you use that time. For the past year and a half, have had 2 jobs and planning the wedding, but I had less time, but was more productive. So it's just how you use that time. Like, if you have 1 hour a day, which sometimes is all I had when I was planning the wedding, building the business, and working full time, I literally sat with my business activity tracker and I went down the list and I would set a timer. Okay, when the next 10 minutes, I'm going to friend request people. Timer went off, I moved on. The next 10 minutes, I went in my inbox, I answered messages. Timer went off, moved on. Started new conversations, invites, things like that. Get those things done first. Like the fluff, the creating the graphics, the creating the event, the posting in the page, the posting in the groups. Those aren't that's not what's going to move your business forward. You have to do the things that are going to move your business forward first. And that's what I let go. I wasn't doing those things consistently. So whether you have 20 minutes a day, you do what you can in that 20 minutes. You get your invites out, and you make sure you get your posts up on Facebook. You work around things like that. So, it's not always easy. And maybe, Ruby said with things coming your way and we all have it, like maybe you have 20 minutes on your lunch break, 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there. I call them power pockets. You use your time wisely. Like that's what, like last week I was taking my mom to she had eye surgery. Got up earlier, worked while she was in the surgery, took her home, worked more at night. Like, look at your schedule, see what your responsibilities are, because we all have more responsibilities than just this business. So, it's better. Like,
I associate it with exercise. Like if you value exercise, even 20 minutes makes a really big difference. So It's the same exact thing. And like you make time for it, because then when you don't, you get comfortable. But then that comfortable feeling, then you end up getting, you either gain weight or maybe, develop an illness like high blood pressure, etc. Or, whatever it is, it all of a sudden it hits you. So for a while it's like, this is okay. Like I skipped one workout, I can skip another. Like, but then you also realize the opposite. Like if you put in like just 10 minutes a day, then you like start to build momentum. And you're like, I could do 20 minutes a day. And then you go from there. So I associate it to that.
That's a perfect way to put it. It really is, because when you're like, I can skip inviting today. I can skip this. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, where'd my business go? Like, So that's a good way to put it. And it's just those small, consistent steps. So if you haven't read The Compound Effect, definitely get it.
Great one.
Okay, well, I've got a question then. Yeah. I'm working on getting my 2 challenges ready to go for Sunday. One is the paid one and one is my free one. I am to the point where I need to do invites. I'm doing fantastic conversations, starting conversations, doing welcome on new friends, getting plenty of those. I've got a pile of commenters and emojo people to go back to. And that was the next step that I was going to make, is start reaching out to some of them. When I do that and say thank them for, their interest in my pages and that kind of stuff, or my posts, should I do an invite then, or do I need that conversation to be longer?
Like, so is this people you're already in conversation with, or you're just like thanking them for liking your posts?
Yeah. It would be the comments on the post. I've got people that I'm in conversation with, but I still haven't got to the inviting process. That's where my hard part is. I can invite them to certain things, like I've got a book club going on, or I've got a coaches group just to put coaches in to share. I don't have a problem with those, but I'm having a problem figuring out the inviting for the rest of it.
One, just do it. And 2, I wouldn't honestly, those inviting to like the book club and things like that, that's not necessarily going to move your business forward right now. So you need to focus on inviting to your challenge group. So say for instance, like someone liked, are they liking like posts about your workouts?
Yeah, personal posts, or a post where I do like questions or, interest post.
If it's like a workout post, thanks so much for your love on my post. I appreciate when people support my journey. Are you on a health journey too? They say no. Oh, well, I have this challenge group. You want to join us? If they say yes, and I've been doing this, this, and this, have you ever thought about paying it forward and helping others do the same? You invite them to be a coach. So there's simple way to invite. And when I'm in conversation with people, 1 or 2 messages back, and then you can say, hey, like, I think we had talked about this before. Is like, you don't have to say, do you want to join my virtual bootcamp, or do you want to join my challenge group? Say, hey, I'm not sure. Like, one of the things I say a lot is, I'm not sure if you've seen, my love for health and happiness from my posts. Like, I'm getting ready to do this kind of group. It's going to be a lot of fun. Do you know of anyone that would be interested? So you're inviting, but you're inviting them, but in a kind of like a roundabout way. You're not saying you need to lose weight, you need to exercise, you need to do this. You're giving them the option to say, no, I don't know anybody, I'm interested, or hey, this person would be interested. It kind of takes the stress off of inviting. So start with 3 people a day. If you're not doing many right now, just start with 3 people. Anybody you're in conversation with. Hey, I'm really excited. I'm starting something new. Do you know anyone that would be interested? So it's kind of, I literally sometimes 1 or 2 messages back and forth, and I'm just like, hey, like, I'm really enjoying conversation. Like, let's continue this, or, there's no set way or set thing or set time. And as you do it, you're going to get your kind of groove with it, but you just got to start. If not now, when? And if not you, who? Because if you don't invite them, someone else is going to invite them, and you're going to miss your opportunity. So that's my thought. Because you know what? As long as you lead with love, like, you're not trying to sell them something. You love what you do and you want to share the opportunity. Imagine if you and I hadn't had a conversation. You wouldn't be here. So think of it like that. Like, don't be afraid to invite, even though I totally understand I was for a while too. But just be excited. Like, I have this amazing opportunity. Like, I want to tell the world about it. And if you come across like that, the worst they say is no, and then you're 1 person closer to a yes. So those are my thoughts. Anybody else? Any other questions or anything? All right. Well, if you guys have any questions, always, you guys on my number, like, message me on Facebook, send me a text, like, anything you need, post on the team page. We're all here to help. And I hope everyone has a really good night. I'll end for now, and I'll post the recording. Thank you guys so much for hopping on. It's always so nice seeing your faces. All right. I'll see you guys later.